আজকে আমরা পঞ্চম অধ্যায় অর্থাৎ পঞ্চম চ্যাপ্টার আলোচনা করব। ক্লাসের লাস্ট চ্যাপ্টার, you will your future be in cyber security. So introduction, welcome, future will be your future। এখান থেকে এটা অবশ্যই পড়ে নিতে হবে, বেসিক, বেশি মেজর কিছু না। সো তারপরে আমরা যাব লিগ্যাল অ্যান্ড ইথিক্যাল ইস্যু ইন সাইবার সিকিউরিটি কেরিয়ার, মানে লজিক্যাল যেটা আছে সেই সম্পর্কে আর কি, আইনের কারবার, সেই টপিকটা আমরা পড়ে নিই, কিংবা অবশ্যই আমাদের জানা দরকার।
Legal issues in cybersecurity. Cybersecurity professionals must have the same skills as hackers, especially black hat hackers, in order to protect against attacks. One difference between a hacker and a cybersecurity professional is that the cybersecurity professional must work within legal boundaries. Personal legal issues. You do not even have to be an employee to be subject to cybersecurity laws. In your private life, you may have the opportunity and skills to hack another person's computer or network. There is an old saying, just because you can does not mean you should. Keep this in mind. Most hackers leave tracks, whether they know it or not, and these tracks can be followed back to the hacker. Cybersecurity professionals develop many skills which can be used for good or evil. Those who use their skills within the legal system to protect infrastructure, networks, and privacy are always in high demand. Corporate legal issues. Most countries have some cybersecurity laws in place. They may have to do with critical infrastructure, networks, and corporate and individual privacy. Businesses are required to abide by these laws. In some cases, if you break cybersecurity laws while doing your job, it is the company that may be punished and you could lose your job. In other cases, you could be prosecuted, fined, and possibly sentenced. In general, if you are confused about whether an action or behavior might be illegal, assume that it is illegal and do not do it. Your company may have a legal department or someone in the human resources department who can answer your questions before you do something illegal. International law and cybersecurity. The area of cybersecurity law is much newer than cybersecurity itself. As mentioned before, most countries have some laws in place, and there will be more laws to come.
Ethical issues in cybersecurity. In any ethical statement, এটা সম্পর্কে আমরা একটু দেখে নেই।
Ethical issues in cybersecurity. In addition to working within the confines of the law, cybersecurity professionals must also demonstrate ethical behavior. Personal ethical issues. A person may act unethically and not be subject to prosecution, fines, or imprisonment. This is because the action may not have been technically illegal. But that does not mean that the behavior is acceptable. Ethical behavior is fairly easy to ascertain. It is impossible to list all of the various unethical behaviors that can be exhibited by someone with cybersecurity skills. Below are just two. Ask yourself, would I want to discover that someone has hacked into my computer and altered images in my social network sites? Would I want to discover that an IT technician whom I trusted to fix my network told colleagues personal information about me that was gained while working on my network? If your answer to any of these questions was no, then do not do such things to others. Corporate ethical issues. Ethics are codes of behavior that are sometimes enforced by laws. There are many areas in cybersecurity that are not covered by laws. This means that doing something that is technically legal still may not be the ethical thing to do. Because so many areas of cybersecurity are not, or not yet, covered by laws. Many IT professional organizations have created codes of ethics for persons in the industry. Below is a list of 3 organizations with codes of ethics. The Cybersecurity Institute, CSI, has published a code of ethics that you can read here. The Information Systems Security Association, ISA, has a code of ethics found here. The Association of Information Technology Professionals, AITP, has both a code of ethics and a standard of conduct found here. Cisco has a team devoted exclusively to ethical business conduct. Go here to read more about it. This site contains an ebook about Cisco's Code of Business Conduct and a PDF file. In both files is an ethics decision tree as shown in the figure. Even if you do not work for Cisco, the questions and answers found in this decision tree can easily be applied to your place of work. As with legal questions, in general, if you are confused about whether an action or behavior might be unethical, assume that it is unethical and do not do it. There may be someone in your company's human resources or legal department who can clarify your situation before you do something that would be considered unethical. Search online to find other IT-related organizations with codes of ethics. Try.
So obviously আমরা activity identity head color মানে দেখা যাচ্ছে after hacking ব্যাংক যদি কোনো সময় কোনো প্রবলেম হয় হ্যাক করা হয় so after hacking into ATM machine remotely using a laptop he worked with ATM manufacturing the resolve the found security vulnerabilities এটা হবে graded hacker so দেখা যাচ্ছে যদি ব্যাংক অ্যাকাউন্ট এবং পিন নাম্বার হ্যাক করে সেটা অবশ্যই ব্ল্যাক হেড হ্যাকার আর যদি সাধারণ কোনো নরমালি কোনো কাজ করে সেক্ষেত্রে হোয়াইট হ্যাট হ্যাকার এবং ইউজড ম্যালওয়্যার কোম্পানি সেভারাল কর্পোরেট সিস্টেম ক্রেডিট কার্ড এবং সল্ট ইনফরমেশন হায়ার বিল্ডার অবশ্যই ব্ল্যাক হেড হ্যাকারের আওতায় চলে যাবে এবং যদি ডিউরিং মাই রিসোর্স মাই ফর সিকিউরিটি এক্সপ্লেইন স্টাম্বল অ্যাক্রস সিকিউরিটি vulnerability কর্পোরেট নেটওয়ার্ক I am authorized to access. Authorized to access হলে অবশ্যই এটা হোয়াইট হ্যাট হ্যাকার হবে আর I am working with DNS companies for so অবশ্যই এটাও হোয়াইট হ্যাট হ্যাকার ধন্যবাদ সাথে থাকার জন্য